Hello, Queens. Welcome to this week's edition of Jungle Juice. This month we are with dreams. In general, this is a theme that really does it for me. Mostly because I've been a real dreamer for most of my life and often remember my dreams, and they've intrigued me. Written them down for many years, tried to understand them, figure them out, understand the symbols, and sort of tap into what feels like this potent, mysterious, portentous, or oracle-like wisdom. And the more I learned over the years about them, the more that has come to be the case. What about you? Are you someone who remembers your dreams? Have they been important to you? Do you track them? Have you tracked them? That's going to be important as we sort of delve in this month. Because if you don't have dreams that you do recall during the night, I want to invite you into your daydreams, into the places in your life where there's recurrent symbols that show up, right? So there's ways that our dreams are alive. We even say sometimes, oh, I have big dreams for myself, or I've not followed my dream. All the ways that we can be in relationship with dreams. So as we move forward into this inquiry, keep in mind that this doesn't have to be dreams that are in the night. Take this material and stretch it out to encompass how you dream, what's true for you. So that being said, if you are intrigued, if you want to know more, this month I want to unpack a couple other elements that might be useful for you. One of the things I learned in my graduate program studying with Stephen Eisenstadt, I'm going to share one of his books with you that he's written called Dream Tending. I thought it was one of the most profound ways to synthesize the way we are with dreams. And I'm going to break some of that down for you, but the book is called Dream Tending. We'll put a link in this video for you. That said, one of the things that he said that really struck me was to have a consistent way of meeting your dreams. This is something that's not easy to do, right? Oftentimes we'll be willy-nilly about it or try new things, and the idea here is that your psyche is alive. These aren't just random symbols or images, and they certainly feel personal to you, but often the images are archetypal. They have to do with your personal life, but they also have to do with your interpersonal life. They have to do with your tapping into the collective. So this is a terrain that, when tended to with a set of strategies that are consistent, you're really more likely to get all the juicy, deep insight that is available for you in the dream realm. So that said, is have a practice or a way of meeting the dream that's reliable. And that's what I want to offer you over these next 3 weeks. So we've sort of framed dreaming as important, and do you dream? It doesn't matter. Finding your images and symbols and scenarios that are coming. You've got the fodder. So this week I want to unpack one of 3 ways of being with your dreams that you might try on, include in your practice that you've already got, or try this on if you don't have a practice or something in between. So the first way to meet the dream is by meeting the dream in the dream world. By that we mean not with our thinking minds, right? We don't want to necessarily derive meaning before we've met the symbols on their own merit. In other words, Psyche's alive. It's having its experience with us. These symbols and scenarios that are coming are having their way with us as well, right? It's not just our dream. And the images are archetypal, meaning they represent more than just our own experience. So meeting them where they live is important. Number one, the invitation would be then, is to have whatever dream material has come forward for you be clear enough where you're sitting with the offer. And then creating some space from it so you can drop in and really rest in the witnessing awareness. The here I am, right? The here I am. So you can get some space from whatever's come forward. And then, once you've done that, I would invite you to do number one. This is one of 3 things we're going to talk about over the next 3 weeks as a practice. The first part of the practice, aside from sitting in reverie and conjuring, touching, being with yourself, true self, right? Witnessing awareness, is when you're there, from that place, meeting the dream symbol, image, whatever is present for you that you are drawn to, curious about, and noticing what this reminds you of. Freud would call this an association. What does this bring up for you? If it's a symbol of a lion, for example, a lion that's trudging through the tundra, where does that resonate for you in your life right now? Or a chasing dream. You just can't get away. You're just being chased. It's a, oh gosh, where does this resonate for you? We want to not climb over the obvious first, or maybe not so obvious, right? So allow yourself to find the association. And maybe not try so hard. Again, just resting back, letting the association come. I had a dream, for example, that I was in this giant green, hospital green, like holding tank. And there was this opening, and there was only one way out, and it was certain death. And I was terrified. That was most of the dream right there. And the invitation was for me to sit with what was happening in my life where that felt true, right? And sure enough, yeah, very dramatic, but the emotional tenor was there. I didn't have to look that far, but I had to sit with and just feel what was coming up for me. So the invitation for you is, again, allow yourself to rest in and back. Be with yourself. Then meet the dream in the way of the dream. What is being offered? What symbol? What narrative? Sitting with that. And then pausing and listening for, what does this remind me of? How is this like what's happening for me? And then let that come and write it down. Yeah. We have big dreams sometimes that we need to track for months, for years. We call these the big dreams. I just don't want you to miss out on all this beautiful territory. So try it on, see how that goes for you. I'd love to hear about it. Make a note in your journal, and then next week I'll give you the next piece, which is about, well, I'm actually not going to tell you. Until next time, Sending you so much love. We'll see you when we see you, maybe in your dreams. See you soon.